Yeah.
It's like, how many teams have to... I think the only team I saw beat it in like the last 6 months was like Liquid beat Mineski at Starlighter, but that Venomancer was beyond godlike at 13 minutes. So it's definitely not his fault.
And sure enough, there's the first ban.
I think it's pretty much automatic now. It has, as I said, it has been let through a few times. Teams have tested it. They have decided to come up with counters. It hasn't worked.
Don't test it.
And all of them have ended up losing.
I really like your suggestion on the Bloodseeker. It seems like most of the strongest heroes right now are these cores that are able to shove out lanes really well and farm, but always be able to fight. Right? Yeah. Venomancer is always able to keep pressure on lanes and constantly push out, but he's a great team fighting hero at the same time. He's pretty much undefeated when it comes to lane pushing, just because it's so hard to gank him. He's got these wards set up.
I was going to say, and vision as well.
Yeah,
he's just got everything.
Even if you smoke on him, you're just like, guys, if we mess up at all, he's going to get his ultimate off. We don't know. Maybe he has even one ally, and that can just change things and turn what is supposed to be a free gank into a triple kill to your disadvantage. So
far too dangerous right now. Talking of dangerous, was or has been dangerous recently. 4 picks so far, 10 bans for the Lich, and it has squeaked through. I guess when you've got 5, 6, 7 kind of big banned heroes, a few of them are going to leak through.
Yeah, and they also. I think Mineski had the same read that I did. Remember they said, I said that I think Bloodseekers moved up a lot in Immortals, like their overall, the way that they look at the hero. I think that one's just a pretty obvious ban right now.
Yeah, they were willing to pick it up really early in the draft.
Yep.
They felt it was so strong.
So you take Nyx plus what? Puck or Wyvern? That's also, this is like their preferred opening that we've seen all the way from Immortals, is they take 4 plus Puck, or... If they can, they'll take one of the really OP heroes like Lich or Veno or Io. But if you don't get one of those, then their response has almost always been Night Stalker Puck, Spirit Breaker Puck, or Nyx Puck.
Are you a little bit surprised that they went for the Nyx Assassin over the Spirit Breaker?
No, I'm not. And Mineski...
Is it because you want to take it away from Mineski?
No, I think it's partially that, but at the same time, like it's probably a pace of game thing too.
Mm-hmm.
Playing against all of Nana's heroes or moons. I guess that's what his official name changes
it's
now.
A flexibility thing too. I mean, they've got 3 cores that can pretty much play anything.
Yeah.
And they do rotate them around.
But if the reason I think the second pick AM is so smart and why it worked against Navi is because if you do this opener that you expect, this Nyx Assassin Puck or something like that, then you assume like these are at minimum 1 core, most likely the 4 position. And we talked about how the 4 position needs to have a really good game against heroes like AM. And they've already banned Bloodseeker.
So yeah, AM for Mineski, an early phase 1 pick for them.
So Mineski, just ban all the counters that you can think of.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds
Immortals,
remaining.
they should...
Radiant
they ban Earth Spirit. What do you get rid of, like Brood? What did they ban? Monkey King?
Yeah, Monkey.
Yeah, it was pretty
Solid
good against
amount of physical damage.
Pretty good against AM yesterday as well. I think, several teams showed that it can work.
You need to ban all the heroes that can 4v5. And the thing about Lich pairing with that AM is that Lich is like notoriously strong at just straight up winning lanes.
Yeah, it's been pretty much Immortals' go-to 1-2 ban for most of the series. This is, I think, the one that they switched up. What about
maybe they don't ban Brood. Maybe they banned something like... I mean, all the 4s, for the most part, have been banned. You can ban, like, Clock or something, but both these heroes are okay against it. Like, Puck doesn't really care about Clock. Maybe he's annoying, the Cogs thing.
What about the... what happened to the Enchantress from Mineski?
It's okay, but they were using it as the Veno counter.
Yeah.
It's pretty good at... I'm trying to think of the other 4 position heroes that I'm not seeing.
Well, Tusk isn't much of a hero. Earthshaker?
Shaker?
Shaker against Puck?
Shaker against Puck's alright. Shaker against Nyx is a little annoying, but... They could join the meta and take, like, Ricky or Bounty Hunter.
Bane.
Yeah, Bane. Well, okay, so they banned Viper, so that gives me some credence that this might just be a mid Puck. And so they need to counter offlaner. They need something like this Doom. They need, like, Doom, Legion, Shaker, something like that.
10 seconds remaining.
I would like it to be a mid puck at this point.
Why?
5 seconds remaining.
Because I don't think Puck cares too much about the Lich. Like, it's annoying, but
Radiant team
he'll
pick.
trade up somewhat decently. What did they get rid of? TB?
Yeah, Terrorblade.
Okay.
And
Dire team pick.
I think there are offlaners that counter AM better than there are mid laners.
So they take Wyvern on Immortals, which yesterday I thought they would take, if you remember, I thought they would take it third every time. We were having this discussion about why I thought Immortals was so good with Wyvern. But they ended up not taking it, so I thought they devalued the
10
hero.
seconds
But I guess
remaining.
not. So if you're Mineski,
They've
5
got
seconds
just so much
remaining.
lockdown too. I love the Wyvern in any one of these setups for like Puck or Monkey King, any one of those heroes, because the Winter's Curse has so much more value. Winter's Curse is like a solo kill ability, is not that strong. It's pretty rare to be able to get like a game-changing ultimate like that, but it is really good setup for other AoE.
so they take Shaker.
Shaker versus the Puck, all right. And I think it is really important with this current setup from Immortals that they have, that Mineski has the better of initiation, because they're going to be playing a lot of 4 versus 5 with this AM trying to split push out the game.
Yeah, for a QO.
Yeah.
Classic counter.
Yep.
The
It's a
classic
really nice
Immortals.
hero against AM too. Because no matter what, you always scale decently with AM. It forces AM to build items that he doesn't necessarily want to build either. Mineski.
And your timing's just a lot faster than the AM, right?
Yeah, they still need an offlaner though. I'm trying to think. Do you take something like Brew?
Brew against Puck and Nyx is a little annoying, but
You
it's
can take,
really
like-
good versus PA.
You can take like Tide or something.
Pugna band.
Oh yeah, Pugna's alright too.
I can't see.
Can you go Tide? I think you need a faster hero, right? Like
I don't know, man.
that's not as cooldown dependent.
Just like Tide it up.
What about Pugna?
Pugna's alright, but it'll be playing against the Nyx.
Yeah,
and that's
that is
traditionally
annoying.
like a really annoying thing.
It's
You
like
could take,
good versus Puck and PA, but
it's like if you're really bold, you would take something like Bat Rider, but Bat Rider's gonna have a rough game.
yeah, again,
You can have
Nyx.
Jakiro
Man,
here.
Nyx really is the counter to so many heroes.
Yeah. So they take
you can
Visage
you
for
can have a
Ice Ice.
Jakiro off.
Eh.
So they need their mid now. And Immortals, I think Immortals should just take something like Doom.
10
They could take
seconds
Bat Rider
remaining.
themselves, actually. It's not bad here. I'd be okay with Bat, Doom,
5 seconds
Legion,
remaining.
any of those three.
How about a Forever Enigma?
Oh, that's old
That
school.
hero's been gone for a little
I
while.
know. So
Bit too slow.
I think those
Yeah.
are Immortals' choice. Unless they switch Puck offlane and take something like Ember for their mini lockdown. But I don't know if that's likely.
Yeah, especially against Shaker.
Yeah.
And the Bat Rider would definitely say like, hey, we're putting ourselves a little bit more on the clock, but it's a more adept, like faster hero. But the Doom would kind of guarantee that you can always fight this lineup into late game. Doom gives you those kind of advantages that you get the right kind of initiation, you can still win.
If you're Mineski, what do you take then? Like Mirana? It's been Nana's like second most played hero.
Yeah, and I think you
Oh, they banned it.
don't like it versus Puck, but it's like one of those cores that just kind of always, like he's able to push out lanes, and it's really hard to be able to gank him because he has the natural escape mechanism.
Yeah. They banned it though.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of an obvious
10
pick.
seconds
And
remaining.
if it is, then
What about Razor versus PA and Puck? It's a
5
big counter to
seconds
both of those
remaining.
cores.
Razor, it's okay. You don't need a lot of farm either.
Yeah.
You just need a hero that fights right now. Like, you have 3 cores and a support that need a lot. So you need something that can space create right now. But Mineski has to pick first. If it wasn't for Mushi, I would have said they were going to take something like TA. But Mushi is definitely playing that AM.
Yeah.
What's probably going to happen is they're going to AM Lich mid. They're going to offlane Visage and Earthshaker. So then they need a core that can one-on-one whatever they think Immortals is going to take. And so you just pick a hero that doesn't really lose any of the one-on-one matchups that that Nana can play. Is how I would imagine
Dire team
that something like this goes.
Good call.
Okay, so they banned the Doom.
Yeah.
Like, I thought Doom or what was the other hero? Bat was
Rider.
like the most obvious pick.
Yeah.
I thought the Doom would be really sick. Like, it doesn't. It'd go pretty crazy in this game. Like, it runs over a lot of these heroes.
10 seconds.
The obvious
remaining.
pick here is the Bat Rider, isn't it?
For Mineski?
For
no.
Immortals.
For Immortals?
Seconds
Maybe.
remaining.
Yeah.
For Mineski, it's a little bit more open because it has to be. It has to be a hero that I think can go mid, or it's okay with soloing. It's okay with soloing bottom if they decide to dual lane mid, because it's a really nice dual lane mid opportunity. So you just pick like a hero that essentially just like hits stuff for like.
Radiant
We're looking for a
team
moon
pick.
hero, right?
Yeah. Oh, good call. It was a Razor hero. You need a 4v5 core, and you don't need somebody that pushes in lanes anymore. So like the Tinkers and stuff are.
It's like
pretty
pretty
relevant.
rare that you look at it and it's like, oh, it's a good Razor game. Most of the time
Yeah.
you look at it and like, oh, it's a good Viper
10
game.
seconds
It's a little bit
remaining.
more specific when it's a good Razor game, and he's got a counter to both the two
5
cores that are
seconds
on the board
remaining.
so far from Immortals.
Yeah.
Which makes it like now you can't really go puck mid, can you? I mean, he gets kind of trashed by Razor mid, right? Or you said it's going to be the dual lane of
It
AM
might just be dual
Lich.
AM Lich.
Man, it's really hard to break down lanes.
Yeah, it's gonna be annoying for Immortals no matter what.
Yeah.
What do we say, Bat?
Oh,
they
they
take
brooded.
Brood. Oh, it's a nice Brood game.
Yeah, they've only got Shaker.
Yeah, it was in there,
And
wasn't
it's
it?
a
And
support
they
Shaker
have
anyway.
been known to do it before.
Go mid Brood.
Going to be a mid brood.
I mean, either way,
they're still waiting. I think they're still
Like,
deciding as well, aren't they?
none of those cores deal with Broodmother, right? It's like Razor, you just have one small AoE that doesn't really do anything. Visage is purely single target focused, and AM is just a farmer who's going to have a lot of his map taken over by a Broodmother.
Okay, here we go.
So,
So for Rev on the brood.
heavily in Immortals right now. I mean, I liked their lineup before. I thought the Razor would be pretty fitting for Mineski, but ultimately it was going to be
10 seconds
Immortals going a last pick, and I already felt they had the advantage from the
5
first 4
seconds
picks. So.
remaining.
Okay.
I
Immortals
will
for Cap.
say Mineski.
What a shock.
What do you guys mean, what a shock? This is my professional analysis. I
Is
feel
it?
like
I thought this was opposite day.
No, it's I feel like Mineski really gonna light the world on fire. I think this anti-mage for them is pretty unbeatable.
They will show that the last pick Broodmother is pretty garbage.
Anti-mage.
Low win rate.
Well, we'll find out then, because we're going to head to Lyrical and Winter, who are waiting in the commentary box to bring you game number 1 of semi-final number 1. Enjoy.
Thank you, Paul. Winter. We just got a little bit of a look at a last pick Brood, and they're talking about it having a pretty good win rate. Well, they're saying that that's going to change now, but I don't know. I'm feeling like this is looking quite good for Immortals.
Yep, Mineski's gonna have a serious spider problem this game. Their heroes do not deal with the Brood very well early. However, if they are going to be able to survive the early game, they're going to be able to be okay against the Brood later.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it, they do have some answers if they're able to get the levels. Everybody talks about Earthshaker as like this great counter for a Broodmother, but that's not really the case, particularly when it's going to be Jabs playing it this time around. So we'll have to see how they do, but already a little bit of a battle starting it off. They're in the front of Mineski and Immortals. They're going to get first blood.
Oh,
Okay, well, even better start.
they were giving it to... I think they were trying to give it to Kyo. Kyo was trying to get the last hit there, but Fabi gets the first blood at the end of the day. But that was like so many heroes out very, very early. And I think they were kind of expecting the Lich to come in and put a ward, because they are expecting Lich AM mid. So they felt like Ninja Boogie and the Lich would probably come in and put some deep wards in around the mid area. So there were many heroes there anticipating his arrival, and free kill there for Immortals. Good start for them. On top of the Brood problem that Mineski's gonna have.
Well, and they did end up baiting out a sentry, so you know you give up first blood, but there's a sentry already placed down there by the Radiant team.
So that's minus 100. Okay, wait, next. So that's minus 100 gold, but they got 200 gold for the first blood.
Yeah, you know how it goes, plus the experience, for sure. I mean, you got to find the silver linings here, Winter. When you get last pick Brood, and then on top of that you give up first blood, it's not a great feeling. as it looks like QO is going to head over here, pick up the bounty rune, go to lane. And where is the spider lady? It's actually going to be up in the off lane, and I don't know, how will this Razor deal with Broodmother?
First few levels, I think, should be Razor favored because of the static thing. But when Brood has her army, she's going to be able to... I kind of expect her to maybe go behind the tower, kill the creeps behind, and farm the jungle. And eventually you're going to have a big spider army that you can actually take down the Razor. But he needs to be careful though.
Oh, the fissure block off, almost going to be able to catch him there. That would have been a kill most likely.
Yep, the Plasma Field can actually kill off the small spiderlings easily. So if Forever can micro those well enough, I think when he has a big bunch of spiders, he can definitely have a chance of killing the Razor.
Well, and you take a look at the mid lane as well. We talk a little bit about making sure that they're going to enable Mushi on this anti-mage. He's at least going to have a better time than if he was up against the Broodmother, though. MP and Dubu are sitting here, and they're going to go in. Arctic Burn already used, and trying to get the Courier Snipe is going to be able to pick it up. Dubu just getting a free one there.
Oh my god. No self now for the AM. Okay, actually there wasn't a self in the Courier, there was nothing.
Okay.
So AM won't have any regen here for the lane. This is going to be tough.
That's certainly not what they want, and can keep on just laying out that harassment as the game goes on with the orb and stuff, especially since the AM doesn't have any points in Spell Shield yet, but well, we're seeing...
God. This is really bad, Lyrical. He has only 4 last hits.
Okay, it's not feeling great for the AM, and it's not really a point where, like, can they rotate in other heroes to try and help him out at all? I mean, he has a Lich already in this lane. There's not much more he can do.
Probably not. I think Jabs is just going to roam and do his things in the other lanes. And he's just going to be... He's just going to be here with the Lich.
Getting aggressive. They use their orb aggressively. Is Mushi going to be able to salvage this? Almost. Not enough mana on the Lich right there in the cooldown for Frost Blast.
Hasn't got his All Venom yet. I think with the All Venom, that if that happens once again, Puck will be for sure dead.
He might just be able to kill Mushi, though, if they're not careful. MP walking forward, he does get Frost Blasted, but this is a battle in lane.
They have no career and no regen, so he has to go back to base.
Oh, poor Mushi.
This is really bad for them.
Well,
and Ice on the Visage as well, not getting too many last hits here, but he's getting decent experience. Gonna hit level 3 fairly soon with this creep wave that he managed to pull over. And top lane on the Razor's doing okay so far. Brood hasn't reached a point where she has... I would say at level 5, it would start to be really difficult for the Razor.
Okay. It's getting 3 points up in the spawn spider lanes.
Yeah, or 3 points in the web.
Right.
Depending on what the player wants. Some player wants more regen, more webs in the lane. But either way, right now, Razor should still be fine.
Yeah. But the big storyline again is MP, who's having a really great time of it. Dubu is here again, and Mushi has some tangos and a fairy fire, but it's honestly quite hard for him to just stay at all in this lane. He's having to pull the aggro back, and this game last hits every now and then, but working for each and every one of them as Jabs completely scouted out by that ward up on the high ground.
Yeah, this Wyvern being so annoying in the mid lane. Using the Arctic Burn whenever he has it and just running around controlling runes. He's pretty much sitting mid, helping out MP against this Lich AM dual lane. And usually Pucks struggle in this kind of lane, you know, even though he doesn't mind. Like during the panel mentioned, like it's quite hard to kill the Puck, but still, if the Puck is left alone, he's gonna have very little farm against this kind of lane. It's hard for him to die, but he won't be able to get too much. But because of Dubu's presence in the lane, he's able to right now be top of the CS chart, pushing the AM and pressuring the AM a lot in the laning phase. So this is really, really good for Immortals right now.
Yeah, they're having a great time of it for sure. Like you talked about, the Brood, not necessarily completely dominating yet. He's level 4, the Plasma Field, able to deal a good bit of damage to the spiders, and Moon is maxing that currently while trying to get the stacks off as well. But Dubu's going to show up here and deal a little bit of damage in return as Moon brought down about half HP. He needs to be careful. The spider army is actually hurting him quite heavily. Jabs also starting to fall low. He has another spawn spider lanes with the Soul Ring if he wants to, and Jabs almost dead under tower, but he is going to live on 24 HP.
Close call there, close call. Like I said, when the levels kicks in, Brood is going to be more and more annoying. She's now only level 4, so it's going to be even more annoying. Good rotations again there. by Dubu, pressuring all the lanes with his Arctic Burn. Like, he's pretty much just running around whenever his Arctic Burn is on cooldown, goes to the lane, waits for the cooldown, uses it, rinse, repeat. And that's pretty much gonna, you know, secure the Brood's lane as well. Like, Brood is behind the Razor in terms of CS, but still, Brood is getting good levels here.
And that's the thing with me that's really impressive about the Dubu Wyvern, as well as we see Mushi just taking some more harassment here mid, is that you're also not sacrificing the levels so much on Dubu. He's level 3, a little bit ahead of the Earthshaker in terms of experience, and it's not really feeling like you're missing out on too much.
Yeah, because he's like picking up a lot of the bounty runes along the way. Oh, Ninja Boogie is gonna be dead here.
Oh man, well, mid lane got a bit too big for his britches and gets punished, and now Mushi gonna take a lot of harassment in lane again. I mean, the ice armor is there and it's kind of nice and all, but you know, the Arctic burn, the damage over time is a big part of this as well, as Mushi is really struggling. No more regen here except for that ring, and this is tough. Lich threw over his, he brought out his ring of health to him, so that's gonna be something at least.
Ring of Regen and Ring of Health.
Yeah, he's got him now.
That's how much pressure that he's been suffering. But Jabs is here in the mid lane. He plays a deep ward in enemy jungle, looking to set up on MP right now. MP doesn't have too much mana, but he has stick.
Oh, mid. They're able to find him. Is he going to be able to get out of there in time? It looks like with the stick and a bottle, he's fine.
He's really hard to kill still. Has that raindrop, stick, now bottle, and he still has his shrine, so that pug is going to be laning against the AM for some time.
Right. And I guess, you know, you take... Oh, another gun in mid. MP, he's going to live through this, as Mushi almost ended up being the one that dropped down low. But Ice also, he hasn't really been getting a ton out of this off lane.
Yeah, it's a very difficult lane though, because of PA is very strong in the laning phase. But as we talk a lot about, like, Visage as a hero, he doesn't really mind too much about not getting too much farm early. He minds more about getting experience, you know, he wants more experience, faster level 6, so that he can actually contribute to the team, hold the lane well with the birds. So I would expect him to get start to get more farm once he reaches that point. He's level 5.5 right now, so that's really good for him.
You just need to be careful. Febby taking the long route around, and they actually don't see him. Now they spot the Nyx Assassin. The dive is coming in. QO on top of him with the Mask of Madness, and that's going to be a kill. Jabs trying to turn this back around. He does have the True Strike there and able to take down QO. QO!
Oh, that was very important.
Top lane, they also take down Moon. So, QO maybe, again, just going in a bit ham.
Yep, but at the same time, because Shaker actually rotated bottom, they immediately went on top. And Dubu's just been everywhere, man. This Wyvern, he's been using the Arctic Burn to pressure and kill the lanes very effectively. By far right now, the player that's doing the most in the team right now, this support Wyvern.
Boogie almost ran into him right there. He does have Sentry wards as well to try and mitigate some of that vision. QO down bottom lane, able to find himself the Ice Visage yet again, and that time no rotations come.
Yeah, he's still not level 6. That's why he's been always repeatedly pressured. Like, once he has the familiars, he's going to be able to hold the lane well, but before that happens, he's really weak in the lane against a PA.
Oh, Winter, I feel like I sense something coming, and it might be Mineski in a bad spot in this game number 1. Broodmother is dominating. There's a 5,000 net worth lead right now. You're struggling on pretty much all of the lanes. How do you see the next couple minutes of this going? Like, is AM going to be able to get where he needs to? Is Razor down low in the top lane? He's actually dead again as well, and they're going to try and jaunt forward for this. They dropped the coil, kept on the jabs. Earthshaker nowhere left to go at all, and he is also going to die.
Man, this is really bad right now for Mineski. All 3 lanes lost. They're pretty much in a very big hole right now, and their saving grace is gonna be the level 6 on Lich. When they have the Echo Chain Frost, that's when they're gonna have to try to get some good fights going for them and hopefully get back on track in terms of net worth. Right now they're very far behind, 6k behind after just almost 10 minutes in the game. This is a disastrous laning phase for Mineski. The Brood just really caught them by surprise and messed up a lot of their plans in the early game.
Yeah, and Brood going back for Radiance now. You do have the QOPA that's got phase Mask of Madness.
Radiance Brood, yeah, this game.
Hey man, It's a thing, right?
I mean, it's a thing, but you know, I'm so used to seeing the Desolate, the Mask of Madness.
Oh god, QO, is he really going for this? Mushi
Yes,
shows up
he
as
is.
well. All right, well, they're going to get jabs. Now they turn to fight. Chain Frost is there. QO dropped down low. They're bringing in Femi, turning this back around. QO finds the kill. And now Ninja Boogie is trying to get out of there. The Visage Birds actually get the finish on the PA, who dove a bit too deep.
Still worth though. He got 2 kills.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
That is worth.
MP able to phase shift away from that and will be living through it.
AM dying there was so bad for Mineski. If Mushi didn't die and they got the kill on the PA, things would still be acceptable for them. But right now, things have just got from bad to worse too.
Oh. Plasma field out. Moon down to about half HP. He wants to fight, wants to kill. Dubu, Cold Embrace, and Moon going to most likely perish as the spiders chase him down. No, he actually gets the one charge, still living through it. Dubu getting chased. Looks like he's going to end up dying. They're kind of body blocking the... Oh my god, is he really going to live? Dubu trying to survive. Mushi goes... Oh, he's not able to juke away, but he blinked aggressively. A couple of crits, and it might be the death of him. The jump for it, Mushi, very low. Needs to get the blink out. He is going to be able to do it.
Oh my god. One more crit here actually might have been really close to dying. This QOPA, man, just such a big problem right now. He doesn't, like the panel mentioned, he doesn't need too much farm, so he peaks faster than the AM. And on top of that, AM has been slowed down from the laning phase. He had a really, really tough laning phase, so things are looking quite bleak right now for Mineski. They already used their first Chain Frost, but it wasn't a good exchange for them. The next Chain Frost has to be a good exchange for them.
And Febby setting up there. It might just be to steal a couple creeps if they wanted to. Moon chasing for Ev. It's going to be enough to actually find that kill. So the Razor picking one up. He might get dove here. It's a little bit scary. And
Kyo really, really wants to fight.
Febby? They're kind of bleeding kills right now. Immortals.
What actually happened there? I didn't see. Was he trying to steal the creeps? Oh, no,
Top lane, they're going to find themselves another couple kills. We don't have time to talk about what happened, Winter. Game keeps on going without us. I'm not exactly sure, but the Nyx assassin.
Okay, I think I know what happened. He tried to play. He placed this ward, right? He placed this ward out of Vendetta, and maybe someone was nearby. They saw him and they just killed him because there were the birds around the area. Maybe that was what happened. But I'm pretty sure he placed this ward just now, even though I wasn't watching. So at the end of the day, he died. The ward gave them vision, information. 3 heroes bottom, top only 2 heroes. So Q again immediately jumping on the opportunity and getting another 2 kills atop. Mineski needs to not fight right now. They have to like try to push out the other lanes and try to get more farm on all their heroes right now.
Well, they do spot the anti-mage here, and with the Lich in the area, it might be a little bit too difficult to think about diving this one unless they have more backup.
He has no Chain Frost though.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's a jump forward. They found themselves one. The Echo Slam turnaround. QO. Oh, there's going to be Winter's Curse though. Trying to keep their buddies alive. Jabs is low. QO is lower though. He's going to try and jump away from them. Can they find the kill? QO is so freaking low, but there's the Cold Embrace keeping him alive. But for how much longer? I think the answer is not very long at all. Immortals throwing this game away right here. Dubu is going to end up dying also. I don't know, Winter.
I mean, they were trying to do the right thing, shutting down the AM. I think they didn't see the Visage coming in. They saw AM, Earthshaker, and the Lich there. They saw 3 heroes, and they knew that the Lich already threw his Chain Frost.
Right.
So they thought that they had enough firepower because they had also 3 heroes there in the area. But Echo Slam, you know, that was the first Echo Slam. Like I mentioned, all the ultimates being online, it's the time for Mineski to try and use them and get something in return. And obviously, Kyo sort of jumped into the Earthshaker. You know, it wasn't like the Earthshaker got a good gank off. It was like he was just helping out his buddy.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, you don't even need a Blink Dagger if the PA just jumps onto you.
He has his Blink now.
I know, that's the thing.
Gosh.
They're starting to make this work, and Immortals, I'd be pretty concerned, particularly because Mushi is actually getting relatively close to a Battle Fury as well.
Yep. They just need to hold on for a couple more minutes, wait for the next Echo, maybe make a smoke. If they're gonna be able to use the next Echo to actually kill, say, the PA again, that would be huge. That would be absolutely huge for them all. Even any of the cores, I think, the Park or the Brood, any kill. But I would say even though their net worth, the 3 of the heroes have similar net worth, but I think the PA kill is probably the most valuable if you can actually get him. With the next echo, 40 seconds, and he has a smoke.
They're moving out.
Yep, they have two wards. Look at their wards. They have two wards on the top side of the map, so they see them there, and they don't see the AM, so they're kind of expecting Mushi to be around this area. That's why they're...
And he's walking there right now.
Yeah,
this is such perfect timing. He blinks
Oh, he's
aggressively forward. They are going to find him. The coil is out as well. All the
Look,
damage in the
this
world.
is-
That was so well done.
This is all vision, man. This is all vision. They don't see him in the top. Where else can the AM be? Where else can the AM be?
Yeah. They knew before he even got there.
Yeah, this sentry, however, is gonna de-ward their ops. The ops that they just planted down, and 4F is still being like a pest, you know. He's like doing a Venomancer job, chopping this lane down. And he's gonna have his Radiance right now. Not sure if it's actually the most optimal build. I guess because the PA is gonna build the Deso and whatnot, so the Brood, he just opted to go for another item. I mean, Radiance Brood is really good at shopping out lanes, but not so good at man fighting, you know. Not as strong as getting Roshan or fighting the AM. But I guess it's gonna give them like more scaling into the late game because it's a much more greedy build. We'll see. I think it's just because PA is going the Deso, so he doesn't really want to go for the same items.
I mean, it's not bad also being able to cancel the Blink Dagger of the Earthshaker a little bit later on, things like that. They do have the Brood Pot though, and well, forever.
These kills are really giving away a lot of gold and XP away to the enemy team.
It ain't great, Winner. It ain't great. And it's not really feeling like they have the same type of control over this game that they once did. It's a 7,000 net worth lead, but it does feel like Mineski sort of have the ability to make it work.
It's the same like a series yesterday where a team had like it was a secret series against Immortals. They were 10k behind, but it doesn't feel like it was a 10k lead. Oh no, Ice gonna get caught here.
Silence out. They aren't fully diving for this one though.
It's quite tanky though.
That's a scary one. They're actually moving in as well with several other heroes down to the south. They've got the smoke.
They still have Echo Slam.
Walking forward, they're looking for this opening right now. If they realize that Jubu and February over in the trees, it could be a big play, but maybe a little bit too scary. The wraparound is still coming from Jabs. Smoke breaks if they move any further south, so Mineski waiting for Immortals to make that first move.
Immortals know. They look at the visage, it's like, whoa, this guy is suddenly playing up so high up.
Walking forward, Razor's there, he gets the winner's curse. That's only to keep him alive for the moment, but it might not even do that.
Oh,
As the turnaround Echo Slam laid down. There was never a chance.
Oh my god, that was perfect by Jabs once again. Getting the big Echo Slam, and his team is under so much pressure that that is a big 2 kills there. They got the pub, they got the tower. That is like 2k goal.
Big swing.
At least back to their favor. So one big Echo Slam. More to come hopefully for Mineski, but for Immortals they need to stop bleeding kills and try to secure the Roshan with the PA. He has his Deso, right?
He does have it completed. Yeah. So this is the move. You head over in towards the Rush Pit. I guess if you're Mineski right now, is it as easy to fight? Like you don't have Echo Slam. They do have Burst Bubble.
Chain Frost is down. Echo is down. Not sure if they can actually hold. I don't think they can though without the 2 ultis.
Okay.
They're gonna try to farm. I don't think they should fight.
They do have the birds in here that are just messing with them a little bit. You can see that Ice keeps the micro going and is going to be able to go in for another drop there, keeps them back, but the first bird down, and they're at least a lane. And anytime you can give this AM to keep on farming with this Battle Fury completed and trying to get into the Mantis style next will be good.
Yeah, I don't think they are going to be able to fight. They have a smoke on the Shaker.
Roche actually took out that last
Maybe
bird.
they're going to try and... Wait, they stopped doing the Roche? Okay.
Now,
that's
Razor's there.
Oh, Carapace?
A little bit of damage already out. Are they going to be able to blow up the Razor? Jabs is there, the Fissure to try and turn it, but one crit from QO blows him the hell up.
They really shouldn't be going there. This is what happened to Secret yesterday in the second game when they were slowly getting back themselves. It was like similar to this game, very similar. Early game they lost, and when it comes to their heroes getting levels, they start to win like a couple of fights with their ultimates, and then they were split pushing really well because they had the Prophet, and then they decided, oh, Immortals are actually doing Roshan. Let's try to contest them, when they actually shouldn't do that because Immortals are really strong at that stage, and what they should have done was like similar to Mineski here. Keep pushing out the lanes and keep getting items. You just need to wait and chill until your AM gets fat, and then you start fighting. And on top of
I mean,
that,
this might be a while to be fair, though.
I
Like,
mean,
he
on
is
top
still
of that-
pretty far away from the Yashi.
yeah.
that-
On top of that, they didn't have ultis on the
Right.
Shaker and the Lich chain for. So that
I
was-
guess, you know, one thing you can say about it is that at least delayed them a little bit in the taking of the Roche. Like,
yeah,
any
but,
bit that you
but
can slow it down.
Razor didn't have to die there. Like every
Okay.
death they are giving up is obviously not good for the team. You know,
Okay. Dying not good for the team.
especially the core. Razor is the important hero. If they were to actually just lose, like the Lich walks up, he tries to scout the Roshan and he dies. Everyone else backs off.
For sure.
That's like okay, position 5, whatever. But now it's your carry. Like okay, not carry but position 2, even though he was on the safe lane.
That's important here. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Winner. I'm with you. So Mushi gonna continue the farming around the map. 15 to 10. It's only a 5,000 net worth lead.
Doesn't
and
feel
with
that
the Yasha
much.
completed, it's going to be Mushi trying to accentuate his farming as he's almost caught up with QO now, who does have the Aegis. So if you're Immortals, thinking about where you go over the next few minutes, do you attempt to just shut down the rest of the tier 2 towers? How quickly can you push with this full assortment of items?
They have to go ASAP. Like they really want to go. The longer they wait, the game is going to be harder for them, for sure. But I think they should probably wait for BKB. If they can get BKB on the Brute and BKB on the PA, that is actually goal time. But right now, I think they're still pretty strong to take down the outer towers.
Moon actually has finished off a Halberd on the Razor too.
It's pretty good. Good against the PA, good against the Spider. I think just a very solid item in general for the Razor. His role in this game is to be the tank, to buy time, to push out lanes, and anything that can actually help him survive is pretty good for him.
Well, you mentioned QO has the BKB queued up for himself. Also, the Forev Broodmother has a BKB queued up. Got into that 350 health talent instead of the cooldown reduction. So it does feel like they just want to try and be this big, bulky force.
Yeah, you generally see the cooldown reduction because it's really good on Brood. But with the HP talent, it tells us that it's very similar to the game we casted yesterday.
Yeah, with the Doom.
With the Doom, yeah, they just want to fight. It might pay off, it might not pay off, but we'll see. Because in this game, they pretty much have to end the game, right? They do not want to go to late game.
There's the Impale. It comes through already onto the Razor. They're TPing in the Brood right on top of him. Already brought down very low. The Echo Slam turnaround, but is it going to be enough? MP still living through all that. The Cold Embrace and now the Winter's Curse laid down onto the Earthshaker. Gets crit to all hell. QO able to blow up. A second Impale connects. 3 dead from Mineski. There are no buybacks on these heroes, and Immortals push quite damn hard.
Same mistake from the previous engagement. They have no business here. Like the Lich putting the armor and the Razor trying to clear the creep. I think that's as much as they could do. But if the Razor died, everyone has to back. Committing that was just a big mistake here. I think this is just Rax. This is pretty much Rax. Big mistake here by Mineski.
Well, like punishing it as well by
They have
Immortals.
to just give up the tower though and just try to clear the creeps and slowly play the game. But right now, Rex is down, so game is really hard right now.
I mean, Mushi knows what his job is. He's just going to keep on farming. There's nothing really that he can do to help him out up there in the bottom lane. So the first lane of barracks is going to fall. QO ready to commit for it. We'll see if he decides to dive. I have a feeling that's going to be no. Just finish off all of your BKBs, head out, and then come back stronger for the second round.
The Aegis has another 2 minutes, right? 1 to 2 minutes. They probably can actually just get another tower here.
Well, with Mushi having the Manta style down now,
Still not enough though.
no? I mean, he can kind of come in at the end of the fights and like clean things up a little bit maybe if people are low, big mana void. Is that
It's
any
possible.
value?
It's possible.
Okay.
But he still wants to get another item, I would say. I think Butterfly probably good here for him. Or actually, if the game becomes too hard for him, he might have to get a BKB. Or I'm not sure. I think BKB is also not going to be enough. He needs Butterfly, otherwise he can't fight the PA and the Brood.
I mean, he sure as hell can't just like stand toe to toe with any of them. I feel like
The game is probably going to be very close to over soon. If they make, I think one more mistake, the game is just over for Mineski.
okay. Well, you can see what their thoughts are. Mineski keeping these lanes pushed out constantly and just hoping that they can extend it to the later stages. You have like a Midas on Visage, these little things that can, you know, maybe find some solace in, but it's tough. Game is hard. They spot out Febby underneath this ward.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Don't think they can do much about it though.
Yeah.
I think even if they were to use the Echo to kill him, if Oshiko was there, that might not even be a good decision because they might just push right after your Echo's down.
Right.
He has to use the Echo to hold the Rex right for now. I don't think getting a solo pick off with the Echo would be even a good idea for Shaker here.
Oh man, and you know, like, I mean, the Aegis expires, but as it expires, you also have a Diffusal Blade down on PA, Nyx Assassin, Blink Force, so Febby's going to be able to help his team out of difficult positions. All in all, it feels like they have a lot of the items that they need to finish this game off, and it doesn't get a whole lot easier for Mineski unless there's a big flub by Immortals. And granted, we have seen them make some questionable decisions in the past, you know, a little bit at this event, but one feels very well in the bag. The 12,000 net worth lead.
Mushi is their only hope right now. They're just counting on him. We hope that Mushi carry us. They're just saying that. Well, he needs a good Echo Slam for that to happen.
All right, Jabs. It's the time, it's the place, it's the moment. There it is. They're going to walk forward. No, the Impale, though, it's already caught Jabs, and he's already down.
Okay.
Completely dead. Razor is gone as well. A double kill. There was never really a chance. Ninja Boogie, they get the Eul Scepter lift up, and QO going to execute the poor Lich. Even gets the Chain Frost off, but to no avail.
Oh my god, so only one buyback. I guess Earthshaker will have time to respawn, but that's still a very heavy loss. Chain Frost is down. Did they pop the BKB?
They did pop the BKB of QO. Frev doesn't have his yet, so maybe now is the point. Like, you know, you get them to use a lot of ultimates. They don't have the Chain Frost, but Lich is already dead anyway, so it kind of doesn't end up mattering. Jabs walking forward. They're looking to try and break Blink Daggers, but haven't done it as of yet. And Pale a little bit off the mark. It caught onto the Razor, but that's it for now. Now walking forward, Jabs looking for an Echo Slam, but MP, he found him already, and that's the silence. Jabs getting his Blink broken. He can't find the initiation that he wants. There's maybe an opportunity here walking around the Winter's Curse. They just destroy their buddy Ice Ice Ice. Killed off inside the duration of that ulti, and oh, it's just not feeling like they have an opportunity to play their game. They never really did, and well, another jump forward. There's going to be the coil, the kill,
That's GG.
the Echo Slam, nothing.
What a well-played game by Immortals. What a well-drafted lineup here with the last big Brood.
Yeah, good game is called. And
Kyo is just a beast on this hero, man.
he knows it well. Is there a better PA in the world? I don't think there's a better PA in the world. What do you think?
No, his movement with this hero, he understands the hero very well. Like the way he plays, the way he moves, he understands, oh, okay, this is a period where I'm super strong. I'm not gonna farm, I'm just gonna run around the jungle trying to get heroes, trying to kill heroes, you know. He's just very, very well suited as a character and a player.
And you see that little shot right there.